Rebecca Overson here with the Art of Building a Successful Massage Practice, and I am so excited about my guest today. You guys, her name is Lillian Sanchez, and she lives in Sonoma, California. That's wine country, and Lillian and I worked together. She reached out for help a year ago after the spa she was working at got shut down for repairs and renovations after those massive fires that hit California last year. You guys remember that? Oh my goodness. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear directly from Lillian about the changes she made and where she was then and what's happening now and the awesome successes. She just told me right before that she's now on track to double her income this year over last year. Double! How many of you guys would like to double your income? That's a pretty amazing metric right there. Just awesome, awesome growth. So I'm super excited. And let's see, we're just gonna wait for, we gotta wait for Lillian to be able to show up here on the live stream so that I can add her. But you guys, this is just the best. I've been loving these Thursday interviews. Have you? Have you guys been loving these Thursday interviews? I think they're so flippin' inspiring to just hear what my graduates of my program have been doing. It's just like when you consider that it takes 3 to 5 years on average to fill a private practice, and I have people doing that in a matter of weeks or, a year. I mean, like less. It's just so freaking exciting. Okay, Lillian's here, so let me invite you to join me on camera. So great. I love results. Hi, Lillian. How are you?
Hi.
Great
Good.
to
How are
see
you?
you. So good. So good.
Thanks.
I was just saying, I love results. I look at like where, I've got your application from a year ago, and then I have your answers to your interview question here, and it's just like, oh my gosh, such amazing progress. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and just say where you practice and what your niche is and how long you've been a massage therapist.
Well, I live in Sonoma, California, and wine country. And I saw your little intro.
Mhm.
The fires were in 2017. They weren't
Oh,
last
that's right.
year.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
They were 2 years ago. And I've been a massage therapist for 20 years in Sonoma Valley.
Oh.
Um, and my niche is uh, stress management and chronic pain.
Awesome. So 20 years. Okay. And then um, how did you first find me and why did you reach out for help?
Well, last year, uh, so the fires happened in 2017, and I had been steadily working at this very high-end boutique hotel here in Sonoma Valley, and everything was going great. I mean, I had, a really great job. I was getting paid really, really well. Everything was going perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fires happened, and I thought, okay, it's going to be a couple of months for cleanup and whatever. I was very optimistic as to when we were going to go back to work. And the good thing was that my job actually paid us whether we worked or not during a whole year.
Wow.
That the you know the they were trying to figure out what to do. So we were very
It was
fortunate
shut
that
down? Was the spa shut down or okay.
the whole property was shut down. The hotel, the spa, everything was shut down for a full 5 months while they cleaned up the property, and then they reopened just the hotel and not the spa because then they decided they wanted to remodel the spa, which,
Mm.
again, you think it would take, a couple of months, few months, five, something. But at the same time, they took one of the hotel rooms and they set up massage tables in there for us to work in.
Mm.
So we would work, and we still got paid whatever they were paying us, whatever the average weekly, monthly, whatever they were paying us. And
Mm-hmm.
they would subtract whatever we worked, and still pay us up to that limit. So it didn't
Wow.
matter whether we were working or not. We were still getting paid, which was great. And
Mm.
then last October, right around this week, they were like, hey, we've been paying you guys for a whole year, and we're changing, the way we're going to do things. So we're not going to pay you anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, luckily enough, I already in March of last year, 2018, I started renting a small room at a tanning salon
Hmm.
here in town, and I already had the drive to start thinking for myself, hey, maybe I should just work for myself and not be so dependent on a job,
Yeah,
because anything can happen. I mean, who knew, right, that this firestorm was going to come in and shut the whole town down for like 2 weeks. I
right,
mean, it was pretty insane.
right.
So and really scary too.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, so anyways, I started to do light therapy and massage, and sorry, my phone's calls are coming in.
It's okay. I know. I
But
put your phone on do not disturb or it'll cause get random.
I did,
Also,
and
Lillian, real
somehow,
quick, hold your microphone. It's rubbing, I think, against your shirt. I'm getting a little bit of background noise. So wherever your
oh, okay,
microphone is, there we go. That's
got
better.
it.
Okay. Okay,
All
carry
right.
on. It's a little
So
scary.
anyways,
Anything can
yeah,
happen.
yeah, anything can happen, right? So anyways, I started renting this room, and I was doing really well in the beginning. The people at the tanning salon, the owner and the people that were working there were referring me, and people that were coming in there on a regular were interested about what I did and what I was doing. So they were
Hmm.
booking me. But then when October rolled around, it seemed like everything dropped. Not only like what I was doing over there, but also, like I said, that income, that steady income that I had for a whole year just
Hmm.
went away. So I panicked. I was like, what do I do? Like, I need money like now, because it's not expensive. I mean, it's not cheap to live here in California,
It's,
Sonoma area. I mean, it's really
yeah.
expensive. I'm a one-person income. I'm a single mother, and I was like, okay, most people think, hey, I either move to a place that I can afford, or I make more money. So
Hmm.
my answer was like, I have to make more money. I'm not
Hmm.
moving. I've lived in Sonoma for 22 years. I love my community. I love where I live. I want to stay here because my daughter has a great school, and I want to keep making it happen for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was my drive. And so somehow, I don't know, on Facebook, I saw you, and I clicked on it. And at first I was like, I'm not really sure about this. This feels kind of scary. But I kept reading comments,
Arr.
I know, but I kept reading comments from people that had done your program. And I'm like, are they paid actors? That type of thing, where like you
Yes,
don't
they're all
know,
paid
right?
actors, full of lies. No, I know they're kind of unbelievable stories, right? I get it. People like super skeptical. I'm like, you should be. We get ridiculous results in a short period of time. I'd be skeptical too. So totally makes sense.
Yeah. So then, anyways, I jumped on the discovery call with you just to see, like, and it was really scary. I mean, I have to admit, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yes, I definitely did the right thing by joining with you, because, like I said, I'm a one person show
Yeah.
in my business, in my household, and I don't have very much support. I mean, I have my friends, of course, and everybody, that knows me and loves me and cares for me. It's, they're great, but there's a different feeling coming from somebody, on the other side, like you, like supporting and encouraging you, and like listening to what you're doing, and just dissecting it, making it better. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah. I remember our call and I was like, man, you've got really big, aggressive financial goals because you live in a very expensive part of California. And I remember how scared you were to like take that leap, to just be like, okay, but it was like you had no other option really. It was either leave. I mean, you knew these people were like, okay, we're not going to pay your salary anymore. And it's, what do I do? Sink or swim. It's a
Yeah.
really scary place
Yeah.
to be. So let's talk about results. Let's talk about, so let's see, you said, um, you were already renting a room, okay, and it was growing, but you needed a faster way to grow, and you were just really desperate for a way to make that happen because the clock was ticking, obviously. Um, and then and then instead of moving, you needed to make more money. So, what result? Like, what did you get? What did you get out of the program? What results did you produce? What shifted for you? Let's talk about that for a minute.
Well, at first I was really overwhelmed with the program because I'm a perfectionist and I want to do
Mm.
everything right from the very beginning,
Yeah.
and so I was like, oh my God, I have 8 weeks, once I committed to the program, I was like, oh my God, I have 8 weeks to like, bust it out, or, it's like sink or, swim,
Yep.
right? So
Yep.
it's like,
Yep.
and so I felt really overwhelmed, but at the same time, I was having like this personal challenges in my life with, just people in general, and winter blues, all these things that come on, like, and you're like, oh God, can I shift out of this? And but I guess at some point it shifted in my head that I was like, I don't, I forget. I think it was you told me, I think, in one of our calls that I didn't need to perfect it right away this minute. I just needed to learn, the
Yeah.
ways of the trade,
Yeah.
and then just
Progress, not
implement.
perfection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
just implement it at my own pace, at my own time, without feeling this overwhelming feeling of like I have to get this done. Because I felt that way because of the money issue, right? But at the
Right.
same time, I was like, just let it happen, just let it be. Don't stress out over it so much.
Yeah.
And so just little by little, I started shifting my mindset about making it so perfect and good right away, because it was really yeah, it was just crunching on me, and I was like, okay, I gotta not do that to myself. So
Yeah.
once I let that go, I was like, okay, I started moving forward. But then the other awesome thing that happened was that so I just the room that I was in at the tanning salon was horrible. It was
Yeah.
really small, um, and it was loud because the tanning people, they're loud,
Yeah.
they slam doors in and out every 8 minutes, so they're loud. The vacuum and the, with the hairdresser, because they also did hair, it was too loud. And I was paying quite a bit of money for the room. So eventually I outgrew that room, and I partnered up with three other business people, a financial planner, and like a notary service, to rent this house here in Sonoma. It's a commercial unit, and they were like, I had reached out to them. I found them on Craigslist saying, hey, maybe you guys want to partner up with me because I'm looking for a room, and it's really hard to find a room that's reasonably priced in this town.
Yeah.
And eventually they're like, we don't think it's a match. And then they came back a few months later and they're like, actually, let's talk because maybe this could work. So we talked and they were like, okay, let's give it a go. So I started renting that room in January 1st of this year.
Awesome.
And so but it ended up being more money than the tanning salon. The room was great. It was lots of room. They were hardly ever there. So it was really quiet, but I was paying a lot of money. And then, like, out of the blue, my friend was looking for a place to live. So I was helping him look on Craigslist. And somehow, my phone had saved to commercial rental properties in Sonoma type of thing. So I saw that this space that I'm in now was available for rent, and that's like a month after I just moved into this other space.
Wow.
Um, and I wasn't really bringing too much people over there, into my practice. I was growing. I was doing some of the strategies that you had taught us, and they were working for sure. So I was like, okay, but I wasn't growing fast enough or whatever. But then, anyways, I saw this space on Craigslist, and I'm like, oh my God, this place is for rent. Do I go see it? Like, should I do that? That's crazy. I just moved a month ago. And so, anyways, I made an appointment, came to see it, and this I it's at the Sonoma Holistic Center, and this building, this center has been here for 30 years.
Wow.
And it has seven practice rooms, and everybody here does something a little bit different. but they are two other massage therapists. One of them who's not taking any new clients. And then the other one, he actually just came a few months ago. Um, and then everybody else does like hair or whatever, but everybody's really respectful of the space and, all that. So I had gotten a massage here like 20 years ago. Somebody gave me a gift certificate or something, and I came here to get a massage. And I always thought, oh my God, wouldn't it be great to have a room at this center? And then yeah, so when I walked in, I was like, yeah, this feels right. Like this was meant to be. And
Mm.
I feel like I have the best room actually in the whole entire place because it,
As you
it's
should.
it's it's so nice. And all my clients that come in here, they go, this is such a nice room. And I'm like, I know, I love it.
That's
And it
beautiful.
has, yeah, it has a sink, which, it's a hard thing to find. What room has a sink in it? I was
Right.
like, okay,
Right.
it's just meant to be, and it's cheaper out of any of the rooms that I rented in the past year and a half.
Wow.
It's a
Wow.
nice flat rate. It Yeah, it's perfect. And because of the fact that it's the Sonoma Holistic Center, there's people here that, well, Deborah, who owns the center, um, has been doing hair here for 20 years. So she has a
Mm.
very established clientele. She refers me lots of her clients. Um, then and the other practitioners here too, a lady that does lashes, will refer to me. She says, oh, people walk in here asking for a massage, and I know you're not here, but I give them, your information, and they take it, and some of those people definitely call me and they utilize everything that I've learned, through you to book my appointments, to, use my system. People go on
Hmm.
my booking system and they book me. They don't even talk to me. They just book it. And I'm like,
Awesome.
great.
Awesome.
Yesterday, actually 2 days ago, I posted on a social media app about, I'm like, hey, I'm offering, my special, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
And I had 11 people respond within 24 hours, and I already booked 5 of them. So,
Awesome.
it's just like little things like that. Like it just feels great, to like come along all this way and then yeah, have a room in the place that I thought about 20 years ago having a room in just feels really good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so
can
that makes
hear
me
your
really happy.
I can hear your confidence. It's like I remember when you came to me too, you said that you'd been working with some social media marketer, but you were just running out of money to keep her because it just wasn't doing anything. And you had been trying to talk to people and trying to connect. But that was one of the things you really asked me for help with was how do I connect with people so that they are referring people to me and that the whole system works, that it's not just like begging for clients or hoping that people notice you and send clients. I really hear like you've got all the things in place and the system is working and you
Well,
know what to do. It's all right. We drop the
I,
phone. That you know what to
sorry.
do. That's okay. That's all right. It happens. That you know what to do to run your business and you're doing it. Have you ever run your own business before? This is your first time,
Well,
right?
yeah, I no, actually, I've had many businesses that I've been an entrepreneur for years, but
Okay. Okay.
I had a window cleaning business like 20 years
Yeah.
ago that I started
But
here in
not a massage
Sonoma.
business. You'd never had your own
No,
practice.
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I work with other people. Like I've done a lot of calls all over Sonoma and Napa Valleys at all kinds of vacation rentals and oh God, I mean a lot. I mean I still do, and I still do it just to like supplement my income, and just also
Right.
because it's fun to go to these properties that are outrageously crazy, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
wow, they have that here, So it's nice,
They have a
It's fun.
garage for 100 cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, they have insane properties. So that makes it, and
Wow.
it's worth it because those people are really happy to like be here, be on vacation. They love talking to people like us that are locals and they want to
Yeah,
get the inside scoop about what's good, what's great about Sonoma. So,
that's
I,
fun.
I don't I don't mind sharing that with them. So that's really and I get to make really good money too. So I'm
That's
happy
so
with that.
fun. I love how in control of your life you are and that you got to stay in Sonoma, that you didn't let that circumstance run the show, that you decided, hey, I need to do something here. And even though it was scary, you took the action that you needed to take in order to make your dream a reality. you know. And you said you're on track to double your income, right? You're on track to
Yeah,
double your
I
income this
mean,
year over last.
yeah, I was looking at my numbers from last year, and I've already surpassed what I brought in last year, which wasn't much, by the way, because, I
Right,
supplement my income with, working a second
right,
job.
right.
So,
But you did this on your
but
own.
yeah,
You
right,
know?
yeah. So I'm on track for sure for doubling what I did last year,
Yeah,
um, which makes me feel great, which is about 50% of my actual goal, ultimate
yeah,
goal. But,
yeah,
I feel like, so, I've implemented the strategies that you've taught us, and, and people share with us, in our groups and all that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And I feel like I haven't even gone full throttle with it. Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm like,
I
God,
do.
if I really step on the gas, I might blow up. But so it's been a gradual growth for me. Like, I haven't been like, shoo, but I've
Yeah,
been doing it, and
yeah,
so I like that. I like that feeling that it's like it gets me there.
yeah.
Last week, I had a first-time client who was referred to me by a long-time client of, over a year now.
Yeah.
And I gave her a 90-minute massage, and she bought 10 90-minute massages, and I was
Touching.
like, wow. I was like, that's great, so it's stuff like that like makes me go boop, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that feels really great.
Yeah, that consistency. And it's nice to know that you're in charge of it. So a couple things that you said I want to point out to those of you guys that are watching. It's like I that really stuck out to me is like you didn't even fully implement everything that I taught you. I tell people ask me, they're like, what's your success rate? I'm like 100%. 100% of my students that show up and do anything are going to get results. Like they
Right.
will. And then how much and how fast is up to you. You've got your foot on the accelerator. If you want to go nice and slow, great. You want to pedal to the metal, great. You know what I mean? But that it's up to you. And how many people back up or bail out because they're afraid to go for it at all. They don't even know what to do, or they're doing stuff and they don't see results, and so they start to back down. But for you, it's like I'm seeing results, and it's growing in the way that you want it to grow, in a way that really serves you. That's just feeding your confidence about having control over this and that you can make this happen. And that's
Mm-hmm.
that's important to me because I always say your business should support your goals. You know what I mean? It should serve you. You shouldn't be a slave to your business.
Mm-hmm.
Your business should honor you, should serve you, should work for you, should help you get what you want out of life, should give you the kind of life and flexibility and schedule that you want. And I just love your progress. I'm so stoked. Not to
Thank
mention, you
you.
said you got 10 new clients right away in the program, right? That's not too
Yep.
shabby. 10 new clients just like that. And then you said you've gotten, even more because you know how to get those clients. You know how to get the consistency of clients and really run this
I have a
business.
monthly, sure, I have a monthly membership, and every month I get a couple of new members, that go on auto pay. And it's just
Hmm.
nice to, every month, on the first of the month, I'm like, boom, there's a chunk of money in my bank account. I'm like,
That's the
yay,
way.
So,
That's so great.
so that feels really great. Yeah. And just to have new people every month, I know that I need to go hustle some more, today,
Yeah.
yesterday, but it's
Yeah.
like, but I do a lot of massage. I probably do, God, close to 30 hours of massage per week.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So between the job that I have and then working in my own practice, but I'm going to start letting, the spa situation phase itself out. In fact, I'm
Yeah.
like thinking about having the talk with one of my managers, like in the next week or two, and saying, hey, can we start
Woo!
dropping like a day or two so that
Yeah.
I can get, open myself up here more. But yeah, it's happening, and I'm really happy and proud, of the decision to,
Yeah.
take the leap because
Yeah.
even though it feels scary, and I know a lot of people ask, like, I see comments in this group,
Hmm.
asking like, I can't afford it, I can't do this, and I know I was there. I was like, I don't know that I can't afford this, but it's like, okay, fine, I had, the availability, the credit available, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it because I cannot afford to do it.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that, it feels scary to jump in and say, oh my God, what am I doing? Am I really spending this money to do this? But
Hmm.
at the same time, it's like, well, whatever. I'm about to double my income from last year, so I think I'm okay.
It's a good return on that investment. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an investment, and any investment you get a return on if it's a good investment. My
yeah,
commitment is you get 10 times the 10 times, I mean, easily, you can easily do that after knowing how to run your business and being able to make the kind of money you want to make for the rest of your life. It's kind of a no-brainer. But it is
right,
scary to make that leap because most people either don't believe, they don't believe that it'll work, like they're skeptical. Fine, it's totally fine to be skeptical, or they don't actually believe it's going to work for them, and that's just
right.
fear. And I just refuse to let fear run the show. I mean, even with what you said, the whole perfection thing, that's fear. That's, what if I get it wrong? What if I don't do it right? What if I stumble and it's embarrassing? And what if I, you know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
literally just, that's fear. And that's why that mindset, I love that you brought that up, that mindset piece, in a conversation that you and I had was what changed so much for you, not just in your practice, but in your life. And that's what I love about being a mentor, is it's not like I'm handing you some online course and saying go do it yourself. It's like you go and do the course yourself, but then you come back and we look at what else is in the way, and what's going on with you is different than what's going on with Sarah or with Rosa or with Rita, or
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's like it's different. And that perfectionist thing, it's really just about fear. Sometimes people ask me what I do, and I'm like, I help liberate people from fear. That's what I do. I help liberate massage therapists from fear so that they can actually give their gifts to the world and make a living and make the difference that they feel called to make, bottom line.
Yeah,
So congratulations. So great.
thank you. I agree with that. I would also say that, it's not just the financial investment that you make, but it's like a mental investment too,
Yeah.
because um yeah, we live so much inside our head, about what we can and cannot do. So like
Yeah.
I said earlier, it's like having your support and having that support system in place too. I think, it's worth it for me. Like it was worth
Yeah.
every penny, to
Yeah.
spend, not just to go through the program, but then have you guys there after the fact,
Yeah.
I think is also crucial. It's not like you just go through the program and then it ends and then you're out there by yourself again with nothing,
Right.
So,
Right.
the fact that it keeps going, your calls, your support, your, chiming in
Yeah.
about this or that, in the groups, I think it's
For the
great,
graduates. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's a great system to have that because then it keeps you thinking, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that's thinking this or going through that or whatever. So there's
Yeah.
always hope. And
Yeah.
so we just have to keep going.
Yeah, well, and I love that too because so many people feel like they invest in something and then they're just, when they're done with it, they're just done with it and there's no other help. And that's why I have that graduate Facebook group, is because I also want to keep tabs on you. I want to see what results you're getting. I want to see what you're struggling with. You know what I mean? It helps me be a better coach and mentor. And I love
Hmm.
that. I love seeing the successes. I love seeing the obstacles. I love seeing you guys posting things and cheering each other on. And how cool is it to have a place where you have this tight group of highly trained and highly successful massage therapists that are going to be giving you good advice and good support because they know how to do this, right? It's huge, huge value right there. So I'm glad that you're taking advantage of that. Not all of my graduates do, oddly enough, but I'm really glad to see you taking advantage of it. It's really awesome. So good. I'm so happy. Really, I'm just so, so happy to have supported you in your journey, and I'm excited to see what's next. Do you have any just final thoughts or words of wisdom or encouragement for the people that are watching this?
Um, I guess just go with it.
You can do
Don't
it.
stop. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely, if you really want it, you'll get it. It's that type of thing. It's changing the mindset. It's everything about how you do it and
Yeah.
keep moving forward. I mean, that's really it, and have trust, like I feel like there's some people out there that just don't, have trust. And sometimes you just have to trust that, it's all going to fall into the right place and time, and it's all going to happen. Because sometimes, it's like I see this often in the beginning of the month, right? Everybody like resets back to zero, right? And we're like, oh my God, I don't have
Right.
any clients this month or whatever. But that's not really true. I mean, we do. And then pretty soon, people are calling, people are booking you. And yeah, it's just amazing, and like I said, I barely, have implemented like everything that you've taught us, and I'm still growing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just take out whatever tool I need to go, okay, wait, because like this week or next week, I was like, looking kind of light on my books, but I did that, I posted this, yeah, offer, and then boom, 11 people right away are like, yeah, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. And so it's great, and the fact that I already booked, half of them already for next week, that's exciting. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, because they're, and then, when I think about it, I'm like, okay, these new people are going to come, and um, some of them are just going to come that one time, and at least one of them is going to become a member or buy a whole package or refer
Mm-hmm.
me to all this other people, because it
Mm-hmm.
happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so just having trust that it's going to work out, I think it's a really good thing.
I love it. And having the strategies that you can implement at any time, that you just know, okay, here's what I need to do to get consistent clients. Here's what I need to do to get a boost of clients. Here's what I need to do to get my regulars coming. Like there's so many layers and facets of building a massage practice that when people are like, how do you get clients? And I'm like, do you have 8 weeks? Because it's like, it's like weaving a tapestry. Your practice is this beautiful tapestry, and I love that. I love just seeing you able to move forward, not being trapped by perfectionism, and able to just really make it what you want. So great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Lillian. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for trusting me, and thank you for believing in you. I
Thank
mean,
you.
that's
I
really the bottom line, is you believed in yourself enough to do the work to get yourself out of the way so that you can have what you have now. So celebrating you. It's really great. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. It's my honor, my privilege. So, all right, my dear. Well, thank you. We'll let you go. Thanks for joining us today, you guys. It's Lillian Sanchez. She's in Sonoma. What's your website?
Sonoma
Sonoma.
Therapeutic,
I was going to
Sonoma
say Sonoma
Therapeutic
Therapeutic Massage.
Massage.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Go take great care of yourself and your clients.
Thank you. You
Thanks,
too.
Lillian.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
Oh, I just love her, and I love this, and I love you guys. And, I hope that that's beneficial for you. Some people feel like they have to go out and produce these monster results. And, again, your practice should work for you. It should work for you. And when you get really adept at overcoming those obstacles, identifying what's in the way, and then having those strategies to get you where you want to go, then you're in control. You're able to make your practice what you want it to be for you. And I just love that Lillian was able to stay where she wanted to be, start to build something of her own so that she can transition out of being dependent on other people for her income and really give her and her daughter the life that she wants. Congratulations, Lillian. I'm so excited to see where you are a year from now. So, all right, you guys, thanks for joining me today. For those of you that are interested in what I do, please go to rockyourmassagepractice.com. You can register for my free training. It's a 60-minute webinar. It's called 5 Shifts for Creating Your Own Successful Massage Practice, even if you're surrounded by competition. It's a free webinar training. You can hop in on that anytime. And then also for those of you that are really serious about your own success and totally sick of struggling on your own to figure this out, and really want to work with proven strategies to grow your practice faster, double, triple, quadruple, 5x, 10x your growth in a really short period of time, then you may want to consider applying for my program. It's an 8-week, very intense program. And because it's not for everybody and it's not open to the public, we do ask you to fill out your application and schedule a 60-minute call with me or Coach Amy, where we can really look with you to see if this is a good fit. And if it is, we'll tell you. And if not, we'll tell you too. But the purpose of that call is for you to be empowered and for you to have clarity regardless of the outcome. Okay. So if you're struggling and really need help, please utilize us. We've got, we may have some openings this week. I'm not sure. I think we're booking into next week, but you can schedule a call with us on the Work With Me page at rockyourmassagepractice.com. Okay. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to post those below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.